Welcome back, folks. Backroads County. Back. Silage clamp, I think, is just about ready to go. And I'm really keen to have a crack using this this setup here. The other thing I noticed, there has been an electric conveyor belt recently that's been added to the mod hub. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the in-game one, which I've used before, and it does work quite well. I was going to get the electric one, but I've already purchased this one, so I will use this one. However, I do plan to use the electric one in the Hermanhausen's playthrough. The other thing I'd like to mention is I have received my collectible, which I mentioned in the previous episode. I'll try and arrange. I'm not sure if this is going to. Yes, I should be able to show it. I'm just trying to figure out if I can show it. I remember last time I tried to show something on the mod hub and it didn't come through because the way I've got the recording set up, it only records this particular window. It doesn't record everything that I'm seeing. But the collectible gave a DLC, which is downloadable content, and so I should be able to see it within this game. So I'm just going to try and hunt it out. And there it is. This is the DLC that I received with the collectible. Now I did a full episode recording on the channel. If you want to go looking for it, I'll leave a link at the end of the video. If you want to have a look at the full recording, and I go into quite detail. You'll get to see the collectible itself, and I purchased this particular DLC in one of the games, and I show it off anyway. So it's definitely worth a look if you want to have a closer look at it. I'll leave the link at the end of the video anyway. Anyway, I don't have to buy it for this episode. I obviously haven't got the money for it. It's 726 as is, plus there are other upgrades to it. I think it was nearly $800,000 when you fully deck it out. Anyway, back to Backroads County. I'll leave a link at the end of this episode if you want to have a closer look at it. Right, where are we? Oh. Okay, that's right. I was going to have a look at the silage. I think it was just about ready. It may even be ready. Yes, okay. Well, let's try and get that set up. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go with this. I might even just try to. I'm just looking where the strutsman's located. I might just see if I can turn that around, because it will make it easier when I'm coming to collect it. Assuming that the conveyor belts are going to be compatible with this particular trailer, I don't see why not. I have used a similar setup, but not quite this setup. So maybe if I can just back it down a bit. More than likely it's just going to go straight over the wall. And I'm definitely going to do a clean-up. I'm sick of these logs everywhere, they're annoying me. Always tripping over them. Come on. I don't want to get snagged here on the wall. So I am already getting snagged. Come on, bring it over. Out into here. Give me some room to turn. Right, that's better. Right. How am I going to do this? Maybe bring it out here. Right here, I reckon. I'll just kill the engine. Right, now. Where are we? Can lift the cover off straight away. Okay, and here. That's interesting. The way it's coming off. The rest of this It's always had, like, I won't say issues, but you know, it's always had its own physics with removing the covers. It usually comes off at the front, and then you can take a bit off at the back, and it always leaves something. But this will come off once I start sucking the silage out of the pit. It'll come off automatically, so I'm not too worried about it. So we'll get on with it straight away. See, with these conveyor belts, yeah, you drive it around a car like a car. You actually got to hop inside it. You've got to turn the engine on. And this is the forward direction for driving. Now, it's been so long since I've used one of these. We've got to unfold it, I think. So that's actually, I think that is unfolded. When you have this A-frame connector, when it comes to the floor, that's for towing. That's what the tow hitch is for. When it's in the up position, it's basically ready to pick the material up. Now, all I've really got to do is turn it on, but I'm not ready to turn it on just yet. Incidentally, these don't take fuel. They're driven around like a vehicle, but they don't have fuel. The other one that I'm downloading in Hermanhausen is an electric one. It's a fairly new mod that's been introduced. I'm quite interested in it. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, my plan is, turn it on, this conveyor belt will suck the silage up here, up this direction, it'll then fall down here, and that's where I'm going to position this conveyor belt. It's got a little, like a drill, that carries the silage up to the top, and then it's going to just free fall out of here. You can see the bit inside there. And I'm going to raise it high enough so it's going to be over the top of this Strutsman. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I've got to start the engine just like a car. Oh, okay, now I'm in reverse now. So this direction I'm going is actually reverse. It's not actually forward. So I may have to move the Strutsman to position it. So I'm not too worried about where it's parked. I'll position it, when I'm ready. But I've got to get this positioned first before I can do anything. The other thing is the range on these conveyor belts, especially the blue one, the one picking from the ground. It's quite impressive, Once I position it into place, I rarely have to move it. I might only have to move it once or twice at the most. I think that might be just about it, the way it's positioned. I'm going to give that a go. I may have to rise it up. Yep, okay. So I'm just going to zoom out. I'm just going to lift the angle of this the red conveyor. I'm just getting the controls off my joystick. I'm using a Thrustmaster farm stick. Absolutely love it. Not endorsed or anything, but I do love it. Thought it could extend. Thought it actually could extend. Maybe it just goes up and down. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's high enough anyway. All right. So now I'm going to position the Strutsman. Where am I? Where the tractor yet? Okay. So I'm just going to reverse. That's probably just about it, I reckon. Yep, I'm going to call it there. Right, here we go. So I'll start from here, make sure everything's turned on. I'm in the tractor, am I? Yeah. It's not where I wanted to be, I don't think. I think that was the tractor I was in. Hop over this side maybe. Put the lights on. Okay, I'm definitely in the conveyor belt. Right. Okay. Must be pretty much automatic. The engine's running. There's no other thing I need to activate. Right, here we go. So activate this. And hop out. Okay. That's interesting. It's probably not positioned in the right way. Do I turn it off? Okay, I'm probably just not positioned correctly. Either that or the other Conveyor belt's not turned on. Or it's actually possible I've actually bought the wrong second conveyor belt. But you can see the silage is ready to be tipped. It's on the conveyor belt. Okay, well that should be right. So I'm just going to hop out and see if I can work out why it's not making its way to this. Okay, what are my controls? Okay, fill level silage. You know, there's a couple of possibilities. It may be this this red conveyor is not compatible, or the trailer itself might not be compatible. Even though it takes chaff, I'm not 100% sure it might not take silage. I might just look into that right now. Hang on, bear with me for a tick. So we go to S for Strutsman. I'm going to check the trailer first. No, it's accepted to silage. It's compatible with silage. So why? Okay. So which is this one here? Is a TL 1239. Okay, TL 1239. I'll have a look and see if that is compatible or not compatible. I would have thought it was. 1239. Okay, folks, that's the problem. This conveyor belt is not. This conveyor belt here is not compatible. I should have looked this up at the when I purchased it. This is for grains and yep. Okay, so I got to take this back because I don't have a use for it. Okay, well, I'm going to have to move the Strutsman. I'm actually going to have to tow it. I think if I can tow it, I'll tow it because I'm not going to drive. I might have to put it back on the trailer. If I can tow it, I'll tow it. Right. That's just a pain. I thought we were going to be off to a... it's not a great start, believe me, it's not. Alright, let's hop in here. I think... okay. Hope I can tow it. There looks like some sort of hitches on the back. So I'm just going to drive it to the back of the tractor. See if I can connect it. Yeah, I wondered why it wasn't connected. I knew it had to be one of the two. Like I said, I have done this before. It's just been a long time. I think last time I did it was back in 22. Okay, so if I stop engine. Alright, so that's the engine stopped. Q. Okay, I can tow it back. That's good. Right, and as you can see, that if you look in the silage pit, that middle section of the cover has been removed too. Like I said, that's pretty much an automatic thing. All right, let's I don't want to muck around here. Let's take this down. There's no point connected to the trailer because it's just the one thing that I'm bringing back. 3. Oh, that's annoying. That is really annoying. Better put my map back on. I'll have to check the other field too. I was hoping to go straight into it. Alright. Or I'll take the next exit. Must have just passed one, did I? Yeah, oh, that doesn't matter. Whoop. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. It's really annoying. Really annoying. But believe me, it's going to be well worth it. How much money have I got? I hope I don't lose too much money on it. I'll go up this way. Must be the right way. I remember the hill. Okay. Just have a look at the straight up all the way. Bit of a dog leg back to the shop. Okay, that looks familiar. Been really missing this this map. It's been a little while since I've been playing. I've got so many maps, so many things happening at the moment with my recordings. But I definitely haven't given up on any of my farm sim. It's always, I shouldn't have favourites, but you know, it's funny. It's not as popular as some of the other playthroughs that I'm doing. I mean, the whole FS for me, but I get such enjoyment out of this farm sim. There's so much in it. I especially love looking at all the mods that come through and trying to incorporate new stuff. Oh, this road's really bumpy. A bit angry at myself actually. I should have, when I purchased it, I should have just looked at it. I knew what I was doing. I just assumed I'd picked up anything on the ground like that, but obviously that one's a bit picky. We still haven't fixed that road sign up. It's a nice sized field. Bit of a hill in the middle of it though, on the side. I mean, let's be real, all these fields around here are going to be nice. Good portion of nice and flat fields. Yep, it's not going to be long before I'll be buying some big fields. Hopefully sooner than later, but definitely won't be long. I do feel held up though today with this start, with this this conveyor belt extension. It's not even a conveyor belt, it's a conveyor, but it's not a belt system. It's actually got like a drill bit. I used to work in a meatworks many years ago, and a lot of the product was moved around the plant pretty much exactly with this sort of equipment. A lot of the byproducts, all the waste products, I'm not talking about the stuff we eat, all the tallow and stuff like that, that's how they move the product around. Now, I think we're not too far away from the shop. I think it's just basically around to the right. I'll have to have a look. Yeah, more or less. It's pretty much what I expect. It's pity we can't do a shortcut through the forest. If we go diagonally to the right, we'll probably get on its doorstep. What's over there? Some field access. Alright, let's get back in the cabin. We'll do it properly. I just love the scenery. What I'll do is I'll speed up the trip back home. Yeah, I probably should have sped this trip up. I was too busy being angry at myself for not picking the correct equipment last episode. But after I get the equipment, I'll speed it up so it won't be too painful. We'll just zip through. Okay, what have I got? Some sort of water feature. Size. Oh, there it is. Yep, I've seen that before. That's nice. I'd like to get a farm over here on this side of town. Actually, I wonder how. Yeah, maybe field 105 or something like that, not too far from the shops, not too far from the train. Yeah, and turn the field into a proper farm. It's definitely on the cards. This is field 106. It's a big, nice field, nice and flat. That number 5 behind the shop, the one that's in the ploughed state, that'd make a good site to put a farm on. It's currently ploughed up now, but I mean that could always be changed. Right, here we are, folks. And apologies again, I'm still a bit dirty at myself. I say a bit, I'm actually very dirty at myself because it's eaten into the recording time, but you know, I make mistakes, I'm human. It's a silly mistake, but nevertheless. Alright, I'll see if it needs repairing, probably doesn't. Repair $5, it's probably just the wear and tear from the road trip. Right, let's sell it. Where's the trigger? Maybe around the corner. I'm sure there's a trigger here somewhere. I wonder if I'm right on it. Or might be just in here. I thought there might have been a separate trigger. Yeah, no, I can do it from here. There we go, 13 grand. Okay, now let's get the correct one. Okay, belt systems. I think they're down the bottom from memory. There we go. Alright, so I think that was the one I got last time, and yeah, it doesn't take it. Wow. I can't see anything that's picking silage up. That's bizarre. I might have to pause it, nip out to the mod hub and just see if I can get something. Mainly used to empty silos. No, that's not what I want. Something like this. How much is that? 25 grand. Screw conveyor can be used to load your storage bin or a trailer with bulk material, but it's not compatible to silage. Okay, I'm just going to go through every single one of them before I can see myself having to nip out and okay. How much is that one? 38,000. That one takes pretty much everything. Let's have a look at that. Okay, it's got a pan down the other end. Okay, so the product would land, I'm thinking, here at the left side of it. I'm not sure if my mouse cursor is or isn't. 38,000. I got enough money for it, but I really hope it's the right one. Well, it does say it accepts. It's a beauty. All right, I'm going to go with it. I just hope it's the right one. It does say, I'll double check. It accepts all these products and wood chip at the end and silage, possibly even rocks. Okay, I'm going to get that. I think I pretty much got no choice. There's no other options for it, so I'm going to buy that. Yes, thank you. Right, let's continue. I just hope I can tow it is the next thing. I'll try this end first, because I thought I saw a ball attachment here somewhere on it. Let's just zoom into it. Might be a bit off. Come on, get in there. Alright, I can accept it. That's good. I'm just going to hop out and have a closer look to it. Okay, so I think the product... Right. Okay, here. I think the product here goes into this little segment here. Yeah, and then it tilts up, then free flows out. So we'll give that a go. It's a ripper. I'm not sure if I've used this particular one. No, I'm pretty sure I haven't used this particular belt. I've used the other one which I purchased. Okay folks, as I said, I'm going to speed it up now, and I'll see you back at the farm in a few moments. Okay folks, I just want to check the sheep. I'm just doing a bit of a pit stop, check the feed. Whoop. Yep, the wrong button again. Animals. Feed, okay, feed are fine. Okay, now let's get this thing set up. Well, I might just have a bit of a play with it before I get too bogged down. Okay, so it goes up like that. What else? Well, have we got any other controls? I'm just going to put the menu on for a second. Unfold the conveyor belt. Okay, so what does that involve? Okay, I can see the wheels turning in at 90 degrees. Okay, I think that's... Okay. I'm just seeing if there's any other... It's an interesting base. It looks like almost something pivots at the bottom of it. It's a fairly robust base here. Maybe... Okay, I wonder if it extends out because it's fairly thick. Maybe not. I'm sure there's more to this because it looks... There we go. I'm just playing with the farm stick. Yeah, it looks really thick at the base. Wow, this is pretty impressive. Look how high that goes. Obviously I don't need it that high. Okay, so I'll keep it on that setting. Right, okay, now let's... Oh, okay. I can't move it because it's got to fold it first. The wheels... Those wheels lock it in place. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. The other thing I'm not sure is, do I drive this thing around? What's that? Some sort of pallet or something. I've really got to tidy. I will tidy this place up today a bit. You know that I'm sick of these twigs everywhere. I'm always running into them. Okay, so which is the best way to do this? I might actually come this way and reverse it in, I think. That's going to be my best bet, I think. Actually, I'm going in the wrong way because that's actually the... I got to bring it in from the front. I'll see if I can drive it in actually. I'll just line it up first as best as I can. About there. There's every chance I can actually just drive this straight in. Let's get the lights off. We'll see about it. Yes, I can, I think. X to unfold it. Actually, I won't unfold it, so I've got to get into place first. Yeah, so again, this one here drives like a car. This is the forward direction. I'm using forward, I'm not going reverse. Okay, so that should, come on, straighten up a bit. Yeah, see how the silage, I don't know if you can see that, silage is now filling. Hopefully it's not going to just fall on the floor. Good, okay. Hey folks, listen, I've just had to do a bit of dubbing, voiceover here for the next 12 minutes. I had when I was making the original recording, I tapped the mute button because I had a bit of a sneeze that I didn't want to go through the microphone. Unfortunately, it kept the mute button on for 12 minutes, so I had 12 minutes of nothing. So rather than keep it just for the 12-minute period of nothing, and fearing people watching it thinking it might be no more sound for the rest of the clip, I've decided just to dub a little 12-minute segment till the recording comes back. I do realise it, and yeah, well, you'll pick it up in about, maybe 11 minutes or so. So what I'm doing now, I think I'm positioning the Strutsman. I'm going to position it under the second conveyor belt which I purchased. Unfortunately, when I did do this, the time of the day was pretty dark. I was hoping that it was going to be a nice, bright, sunny day. And looking over this while I'm editing it, I do notice it's quite dark. And the day actually remains pretty dark for the rest of the day, unfortunately. So I'm just tippy-toeing the trailer. Now you can see it filling. It won't spill out onto the floor, these conveyor belts. It has to have something to catch it. That's why it wasn't tipping it before. But once I put the trailer under, it'll fill it up. Now when the trailer gets to a filled position, once I fill the trailer up, the conveyor belt will automatically stop. So that's how I was able to determine early in the piece that we had problems with the other conveyor belt, because it wasn't turning. Then when I looked into it, I could see on the purchase menu when I bought it, it listed all the stuff that it could transport, and silage wasn't one of it. That's how I worked that out. The other thing I've just noticed when I'm doing the editing is when I was positioning this red conveyor belt, it brought up an option to connect the two conveyor belts together. So I'm assuming if you do that, then it does exactly that. I don't have to freehand it, which is what I've done here. I've just said, well, silage is going to be collected on this blue conveyor belt here, and then position the second one under it so it falls into it, and which works fine. But I think it's also now I've got an option where I actually can physically connect the two together. I haven't used this conveyor belt configuration in a long time, so I was a bit rusty. I knew the basic concept behind it all, but I was a bit rusty. Now, so you can either have it connected or have it free falling. Now I think I'm just checking the prices of possibly of the silage right now. Yeah, and I can see that it's not too much of a difference at the moment. It looks dramatic, but I actually don't think there's too much difference. And as you can see here, this blue conveyor belt, it's got a really good range. You notice I haven't had to adjust it once. And you'll notice now the conveyor belt has stopped. That's because one of two reasons. Either it's out of range or the trailer's full. Now I know it's not out of range. So, and I double check this by jumping in the tractor. I can see now that the trailer is full. That's why the conveyor belt has stopped. And now I'm driving it down to the animal dealer, clearing out these twigs that are in the way. But I still want to get the best price for the silage. So what I end up doing, what I'm about to do now, is drive the trailer down to the animal dealer. I'm going to drop it off there and just leave it there until I'm getting ahead of myself, but yeah, I'm going to sleep. I'm hoping now I'm going to wake up and it's going to be a nice, bright, sunny day. And it's 7 o'clock, which is still pretty early. But the reason why I specifically went to bed when I did was I was really hoping I would wake up and see a nice, bright, sunny day, and you could see the silage in the conveyor belts working. Unfortunately, it does get brighter, but it's a relatively dull day. So right now I'm just hunting for the sale point for the silage, and that's luckily it's not too far away. It's this animal dealer over here. So I'm going to take it down there. Right now I'm umming and erring if I'm going to sell it or not. So I wouldn't be surprised if I bring up the prices if I haven't done so this morning. And as you can see, it's still a fair bit in the silage clamp. So right now I'm thinking, well, there's not much difference between the lowest price and the current price. It didn't make a lot of difference at all. So right now I'm contemplating I'm probably going to sell it. I'm sort of umming and erring until I get to the plant. That's when I pretty much decide. I'll make the decision once I get there what I'm going to do with it. See, originally my plans was going to be a drive to the look at this clown. Yeah. My original plan was just to drive the trailer to the animal dealer and just park it and wait for the price to go up and get the best price. But I'm pretty sure at this stage I'll end up looking at the price and determining that there's not much difference between. There's not much point because the difference is pretty small. And I was just thinking to myself, if it was a nice bright day now, I could make a really good screenshot there. But I mean, I was sort of ready to do it to make the thumbnail, but I'm thinking it's still too dark. So I was a bit disappointed. And right now, as it is, doing the editing right now, I actually haven't made the thumbnail yet. So I'm probably going to jump into the game after this and just make a thumbnail. I'll set the scene, I'll set the sunlight, and because I was hoping to do it while I was loading the trailer up, but it's way too dark. So I'm just trying to get my bearings to the driveway because the trees are cutting all my views out. So I'm just trying to work out. There are two entrances here, but I just wanted to make sure I get the right one. Didn't realise how much I was holding the traffic up. So I've jumped in here because I get a better view because all the trees were cutting the views out. This is the animal dealer I'm pulling into. I'm sort of trying to figure out where the sale point is at the moment, where the actual, where the trigger for the sale point is. Now I'm looking at the price, and from lowest to highest, I think is about $2 difference. So I'm thinking, well, what the heck? There's no point. It's not going to get much better. It's going to be pretty consistent. The graph makes it look like it's quite a dramatic difference, but it's not. It's only $2 difference between lowest and high at the moment. So at this point, I've made up my decision. I'm going to sell it, and I'm noticing that the track that I'm on right now is really slowing it down. I mean, I'm loving it, but it's slowing me down. So I think next time I come around and I drive on the concrete path beside it, and it does speed it up a lot. So here comes the trigger just round to the left of this, whatever this building is, like maybe a shed or something. These trees seem to wipe out every angle. Right now I'm just umming and erring if I should sell it. I'm just thinking, well, it's only $2 difference. Now I'm looking at the graph. This is where I make the decision. It's only $2 difference. I think I'll sell it now. And you'll notice the sun has just come up. My memory's making a liar of me. For a moment I thought I sold it straight away. I might end up changing my mind, going back. I'm not sure if I come back. Oh, okay, I do go back. I'm thinking, what am I going to do now? I think I'm trying to work out if I can convert the trailers to carry the rest of the silage over. That's probably I'm thinking about right now. So I'm heading back to the farm, hoping it gets nice and bright. But as you can see, it's improved a little bit, but it's still fairly dull at the moment. Everyone seems to be in a hurry on this map. That's right. I think now I'm saying, well, I want to tidy this place up a bit because it's pretty messy. The yard's full of these twigs, and it was annoying me. So I figured what I'll do is I'll tidy up this yard, and then I'll go back. Hopefully the price is up, and I can come back and start selling. Because I can't really do anything else at the moment. So yeah, so I'm grabbing the log grab, and I'm going to start tidying up the place. So in a few moments I pick it up with the microphone. I'm wrapping it up as quick as I can now. So I think pretty soon now I realise that I've had the microphone turned off all this time, and then I switch it back on, and for the rest of the recording it's fine. So I think it's about probably another 20 seconds or so. So you'll connect back to the original recording. Folks, my microphone was just blinking at me a second ago. I used it to mute out a cough before, and I think it may have muted out a fair bit of the commentary coming back from the animal dealer. If that's the case, all I can say is you didn't miss out a hell of a lot. All I'm really doing at the moment is I'm waiting for the price to get better. That's why I didn't sell it. And while I'm doing that, I figured I want to spend a bit of time cleaning up this paddock with all the twigs lying around the place. So apologies, and I'm not sure at this stage if I did lose any audio, but the fact that my microphone was blinking, I'm tipping I lost it. So I hope I didn't. But anyway, if I did recap, you didn't miss out on much. Just a bit of waffle. But as I said before, all I'm doing now is I'm just trying to tidy up this place a bit, get rid of some logs. I'm waiting for the price to get better, and then I'm going to go back and do another load. Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed at that again. This is a liftable weight. No super strength here. It's just, it looks big, looks heavier than what it actually is. It weighs 127. Oh, I'm still hanging on to it. So about 200 is what your the limit for picking things up. If you don't already know, which I'm sure you do. But who knows, maybe some people are new to the game. Welcome to Farming Simulator. Without a doubt, it's my favourite game of all time. Absolutely love it. If you're umming and erring about it and haven't got yourself a copy, just go grab one. It's absolutely worth it. You'll love it. Guaranteed. Okay. I'm not actually doing this for money at the moment. Click these logs. I'm just sick of tripping over them. I mean, sure, the money's always welcome. Let's just move these a couple if I can. Okay. Wow, wasn't quite expecting that, but it'll probably all come to grief as I turn around the corner. I'm sure. I wasn't expecting to be able to pick these two up at once without even a weight, so they mustn't be that heavy. I mean, in the scheme of things, I'm sure they're a lot lighter than what they look. I'll just drop it here before I lose this battle. Come on. There we are. I think it's just sitting on the header. I'll give it a bit of a nudge and knock it down. Sticks all over the place. There we are. I'll trim them up as well. Incidentally, if you make any cuts into these logs when they're on a tractor, on a trailer I should say, and they've got straps on, what usually happens is once you make the cut, it actually releases all the straps. So if you've got a stack of logs strapped down and you cut a log, there's a good chance it's just going to fall apart in front of you. See, as you can see, this one here is strapped here and it's also strapped there. So I'll make this cut here and chances are they're going to unstrap themselves. That's what I'm thinking. If I can just get... Right, and what do I want? Made a liar of me, but trust me, it usually does. I'm actually happy with the way they're sitting. Okay, what are these? How much do these weigh? That's 190. Okay, that's good. Again, I can probably lift that as well once I trim it up. Okay. These are... Oh, where's my marker? Keeps coming and going. Oh, it just came then. Maybe coming on the other side or up high. There it is. Well, that's why. Okay. Right there. See if I can tidy that up a little bit better. Come on. Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong one, am I? Playing silly so-and-sos with me at the moment. Alright. Let's get some straps on that. Alright. Where are we? At the moment I'm just sort of hunting the big logs. Chances are there's a lot of small stuff I can just pick up by hand. See if I can lift it over this, hang on, I've got that in the way and that in the way. Which means only one thing. Run over the pallet. Means we've got to get the, this thing here, we call it the pulley. give it a bit of a nudge. Too many obstacles. I love this little pulley. If you're doing any form of forestry, it's definitely a must. Not only does its job with pulls, you can use it to manipulate the logs in any direction. See, look at what I'm having to deal with at the moment. Can't see a thing. Okay. Just get this New Holland out of the way. I'll no doubt be using that maybe today to clear out some of these stumps. Let's just get it right out of the way here. Right here. Okay. Now, I'm going to get him. Get this big sown. Wrong thing selected. There we are. It's better. Okay. Just trim it up a bit. It's a bit out there at the moment. Let's get that on board. It's a fairly long one. Doesn't feel particularly heavy, but mind you, I've got a counterweight on the back now, I suppose, but even so, it's just catching on that back trailer and the head. Right, it knows how to get me, doesn't it? There we are. Right there, I reckon. If I can just get the forks out. There we go. Alright. Let's just cut that. Okay, and it just occurred to me everything's strapped down. That's why I'm having so much difficulty with it at all. That's better. That's what I was trying to achieve, I think. Almost. There. That's what I was trying to get. That's better. Sorry about that, I was just a bit quiet. I sort of went a bit quiet because I was just concentrating, just in my own world for a bit. Where are we? I might just chop these up and put these on by hand, I think. What's the time? 9 o'clock, the sun's up. I was really hoping to be a nice sunny day. It's cloudy as heck. The reason why I wanted the sun was I wanted to be able to show off the conveyor belts on a nice sunny day where you can actually see what's going on. Maybe turn it into a thumbnail. Mind you, I might just go and edit myself a thumbnail. I can do that afterwards. Anyway, how heavy is that? It's 311. I can't pick that one up. 400. These are pretty decent logs actually. I didn't think they were that spectacular, but they are, you know. They're pretty decent. These ones here just being a bit of a pain. The two on the top of the trailer. I was hoping by the time I trimmed them up I could lift them, but I can't. They're still pretty heavy. Actually, I might even see if I can pick both of them up. Yeah, what? So I'll do that, and they'll come flying off. That's the way it usually works. They'll stay there when they're a pain in the butt, but when you need them to be nice and steady and where they are, they'll fly off. Old forestry mechanics of the game. Let's see how we go. Well, what I want to be. That's probably closer. Maybe I can get away with it. Yes, I can. I don't like picking up two at a time usually. One of the few times I will, but still I'm not expecting any. Already it's trying to start to fight me now. Probably can't see it, but I can feel it through the micro movements. It's wanting to escape already. No, you don't. Okay, that's pretty good. It's not quite where I want it to be, but I'm pretty happy with it anyway. I can still make good with that. What are these ones? 208. You wouldn't dream about it, would you? I want to grab that one and pick that one up. Just want some sort of base happening. Right. And is that one? That one's cut too. Okay, well, maybe I'll try my luck. Maybe I'll see if I can get another two up. Even if I can, it's pretty uneven to drop them, so I'll probably end up still losing one of them. But I mean, they're both right here. Just trying to get a bit of purchase on them. There we go. Actually, I might come around the other way. I can see them rolling off here. There might be a bit of extra room. Yeah, I just got into my own little world there. I was just sort of zoned out. I find doing forestry just so relaxing. Even when you're having a bad day at the office with the forestry, I just zone out usually. And I have been playing a bit of my other map, and I'm kind of used to just not doing the commentary. But I was just sort of stuck in my own world. I sort of forgot about that. I was thinking, hang on, I'm doing a recording here. I just can't sort of. Well, I can, but it's not the thing to do. Just to go silent. So anyway, we're back to it. One was good, and the other came good, then the other went bad. Just get off there. Can you just hop on? Right. If I can get a strap around that without strapping the tractor to the trailer, it'll be happy days. I'll try here for a start. Oh, I think I got one. Okay, this is. I don't want to put anything more on. You rotten so and so. I thought I had you, but deep down I knew that was going to happen anyway. See if I can get it without punching the tyres. Yep. It kind of worked. Get in there, mate. Well, we got you now. There we go. Now you can listen level. Probably over the header, are you? Alright. Tell you what, this log is being a real so-and-so. Okay, it's just fallen right now. Okay, well, I'll strap it in before it decides to go moving itself. Right. Now, where are we? 408. I'll pick that up, cut it in half, and I'm just going to go around and pick some of these smaller twigs around. I'm not going to spend all day doing forestry. I'll just get this one and a couple of little sticks. I might get some near the cabin, and then I'll call it for the forestry for this episode, and I'll get back into the silage. So I'm not going to spend all day doing forestry, but you know, anytime you take out a few of these, I might put this on the big. That's right, I'll stick it on this trailer over here, the bigger one. Even though it's not a huge log, it's quite long. It'll give me more space for the smaller stuff near the cabin. Can I just get that in there? I think so. Well, just come on, get over that lump. There, right there. Right. If I cut it, it might just fall smack bang where I want it to fall. Right here. Hey, you had to move, didn't you? Right. How'd that fall? You got a strap on you first. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, it's good enough. Not perfect, but good enough. What about the back end? How heavy are you? 103. Awesome. So I can jump up here and plump you where I want you to be. Back this way a bit. Come on. There. I find sometimes I've got to jump up in the air to dodge the other collisions with the other logs. Alright, that'll do. I'm not going to go crazy. Actually, there's another twig over here I can probably get rid of. Maybe. Yep. Okay. I don't expect this to be a huge paying load, but like I think I might have said before, it's not. This load's not about the money. It's just about tidying the place up a bit. I'm sick of running over bits and pieces everywhere. Right. Okay. Put those two just here before we get going. Here. They seem to be in the way a lot. Yeah, I just want to go near the cabin and get some smaller pieces and come on. Yeah, that'll do. I'm not going to strap it just yet. Now there's two pieces. This one. Can I pick that up? I can. Awesome. Again, I might just put it on a big. This one here. How far is that up? Okay, still we can go a bit further. Right, perfect. Let's get a strap on you. Hope this doesn't disconnect everything. And that's my point. Now you see all the straps are gone because that's the point I was trying to make before. I just hope nothing's fallen off on the other side. Oh, okay, let's have a look. Okay, I'm lucky, very lucky. Okay, and we'll go so slow. Alright, I'll just grab a couple of these logs near the cabin. Already, even though I haven't got a great load on me, I can tell it's a lot better now. So each episode I'm just going to start doing this, just maybe even not as much as I've done today, but I just want to make some sort of progress with clearing all these logs. And that might be. I'll get one more twig, and then I'll call it. Actually, I might just get this one here. Seems to be stuck in the middle of everywhere. No, it won't. It's too heavy to lift. Okay. Maybe this one here. Yeah, that'll do. I'll get that, and then I'll go pick up the silage trailer, and then I'll have a look at the fields. Okay, that's enough. That's all the logging I'll do for the day. Got no idea what I got. Actually, I've got to, before I do that, I've got to get rid of this pulley. Well, not get rid of it, but you know what I mean. I've got to disconnect it. I think I had it just over here. Nice and neat. Is out a little way. Oh, that was close. Right here. There she goes, and disconnect. Okay, very good. Actually, while I'm here, I might as well just pick up that single road log. Certainly, I mean, look how much logs I got on the trailer. They've all just been sitting around the place, tripping me up. Come on, in you go. Get this on board and then we'll get stuck into the silage. I'll have a look at the price. Yeah, might just be easier to stick it here. Come on. Just trying to play silly games. Yeah, I knew it was. If it plays any more games, I might just put them a big. Where are we at? Let's bring it away from the tyres. You can always put it on the big trailer if it plays up. That's it. Still playing up, but I might be able to strap it. That'll do. Okay, we're off. That's all I want to do for the time being. Then we'll go get the strutsman. I might even sell it straight up if the price is good. Alright, here we go. You know what I should think about getting also is a silo, some sort of silo around here. That way whatever I get I can put into the silo and keep it until it's a good price. For the time being I just want to get some dollars in the bank, so, and then I'm going to work out what I want to do. I have options now, everything's sort of working out. Everything takes time, but we're getting there. Okay, be glad to get rid of all this. Where's the trigger? Alright. Okay, I gotta know. I don't know. $8,000. For once I was pretty close. 8,600. There we go. 11,000. That's good. Considering there wasn't, you know, it took a bit of work, but you know, it wasn't a huge load. I'm pretty happy with that actually. I'll just get this trailer back and I'll check the price of the silage, and then I'll sell it, bring it back, fill it up, rinse and repeat. But how cool is that? Let's just see this here. Just back it out a little bit of room for me. Straighten it out a bit. Okay, that'll do. How cool is that conveyor belt system, eh? Doesn't that make it easy, you know? If it wasn't for that, I'd be doing, you know, barrel by barrel by barrel. I mean, I've done it in all my loads, my previous playthroughs as I start from scratch, because you can't afford anything else. But, well, taking aside the service road at the moment. Just put the mini map on just so I'm pretty sure I know where it is, but yeah, I don't need to have it on now. The biggest problem I had before was just dark. I couldn't see anything. Alright, so side of the road. Just have a quick look at the price. No silage. Yeah, still hasn't changed. Huh. I'm honestly not sure what I should do. I mean, it says today's the best price. I'll just get off the road and do that again. I mean, $10 difference. It's not much of a price difference, is it? You know, I'm looking at the difference between 112 and 120. That was the way I was reading it. I'll just go back there. 122. Sorry, the highest point, and 120. Yeah, $2. I mean, it's high. It's pretty. I can get rid of it now. Actually, I thought there was more of a price difference because it just looked pretty dramatic with the graph. There we go. I'm starting to wonder where the heck my trailer was. Okay, here we go. We'll sort of sell it. Now there are 2 sell points here. Sometimes the tagging doesn't give you the, you know, it's 100% accurate. But this is where it sent me, so I'll try this place first. Oh yeah, we're getting a trigger. So here we go. What do we get? Oh, we got. That's pretty underwhelming, I'm not going to lie. I was expecting a lot better than that, but I know we got other loads to go. So, wow. I suppose it just depends on how many more loads I get. That'll be the next thing. Yes, I know I'm coming out of the one-way street. I've got to get used to it. That's not. I know it's not the right thing. I will try and do better. Where are you going, Mr. Armoured Van? Well, looks like the sun's coming out finally. So we'll get a better look at it. I'll see if I can get a screenshot too. Pity that this trailer's dirty, but I mean, that's part and parcel of what it's all about. Okay. So that was 5,000. Just to see what the yard starts to look like now. They've got a lot of. I know there's still sticks around the place, but definitely looking a lot better. I think that's going to be the trick. Just every episode, just grab maybe half a load of sticks. Okay. Actually, I think I will keep it up. I was going to drop the conveyor belt, the height of the conveyor belt, but I think I'll just keep it the way it is. Just trying to make it a bit sharper. That's looking pretty good. Right there. I can quickly hop out. Let's see if I can get it with the sun, with the blue sky. And crikey. I really am trapped in here, you know. Can't see anything through these bushes. I'm trying to take a screenshot. It's near impossible. Trying to get the black on against blue. I got the mountains, the trees, and cloud to deal with. I might just have to stage a thumbnail, I think. Yeah, I have to stage one. I just can't get the angles. Right. But as you can see, I mean, this is definitely the way to do it. Empty this. Actually, let's have a look at the silage clamp itself. I mean, I haven't had to move this since I said it. It might come to a time where I need to creep it up just a little bit. But I mean, from here, that's the range that it's pulling the silage from. If you look hard, you can see it just dipping ever so slightly. Okay, about 75% full. That'll be another 5,000. How much is in here now? I'm just trying to gather how many loads I'm going to be doing. F1. Okay, actually, even though it was only 5,000, we've still got nearly 60,000 litres of silage here. That's another load, so it's going to be about 20,000 I'm tipping, all up. Which is not bad, considering it's just lawn clippings. Okay, is that full, is it? It just stopped. Yes, it is full. Okay, let's go. This will be another $5,000. So we're up to 17, 20. I have to start thinking about what I'm going to purchase next. I know I've got another paddock at the other end I haven't looked at either, so I might have to, I think I'll wait till next episode before I do anything there. So how much am I holding? There's another 2 more loads in the pit, so there's another 15,000. Another 10, at least another 10,000 in the silage clamp, another 5,000 here, and another 5,000 I've already taken. So that load of silage has been somewhere around between 20 and 25,000. And that's not bad. Okay, now I'll take the dirt track in. I'll see if I can come out the right exit. This is obviously the correct entrance. It's not an exit, which I've been treating it as. Just keep the cruise control on, give my foot a rest. I'm going to come around on the concrete. I just sort of travel a bit better when I do that. Okay, this reminds me of the Meatworks, just the layout many years ago. Alright, here we are. See some sort of a trigger about here. Right, so I should get another 5,000 here. Okay, what was that? Another 5,500. So far, 10,000, 11,000, over $11,000 I've pulled out of the silo. Now this is the correct exit for leaving. Actually, it's a better exit too, because I go straight onto the bitumen. I mean, could you imagine me trying to empty that silo with a bucket? I mean, it had, I think, 70,000 litres in it. Probably not, actually more than that, I think about 90,000 litres. That would have been 90, well over 90 bucket loads with the tractor. That's why for me it was so important to get the conveyor belt set up. Usually when I'm dealing with silage, I just get the, I end up saving up the money and buying one of those balers that does the wrapping. But you know, the beauty about this is you don't have to worry about, you know, stop, start, wrap, stop, start, wrap. They've both got their advantages. I don't mind the big silage pits like we've got now. I just don't like the small ones. To me, it's the same amount of work for a pinch of the product for a very small amount. I wonder if I should try coming in a different way. No, this works for me. Yeah, straight away I'm not tripping over logs, that's great. This cabin here is looking so much tidier now. I know it's not complete yet, but you know, we get in there. I'm just using these tyre marks as a guide. I come a little bit more right so the silage gets centred into the trailer. That's better. I'll just kill it. Kill the engine. While this fills up, just going to have a look in the pit. It really does a good job, these conveyor belts. It just absolutely, you know, strips everything back. I might have to move it up soon because, you know, it's taken a good chunk out of it. Once it stops, once it comes to a complete stop and you can see silage everywhere, that'll be one or two things. Either it's out of range or the trailer is full. Oh boy. I really hope that microphone wasn't turned off for too long. Okay, how's it all going? Just to see how it's filling up. So we're about 70% now. I'm just wondering if I'm going to have to adjust everything before the next load. This is the best way to do it. I mean, look how efficiently this thing has cleared out this silo. It's an awesome range on it. I mean, it's parked here, and yet it's still pulling silage from way back here. You can see it's sort of getting sucked down a bit. I think we might be close to full. Yep, we're full. Okay, that's good. So that's another $5,500 coming to us. It's going to take us to 30, near enough to 30,000, and there's probably another 5,000 in the pit. What's the time? I can't believe it's 12 o'clock already. I feel like it's getting dark again. It's one thing I have noticed. I mean, I'm loving this map, don't get me wrong, but one thing I have noticed about this map, you don't get terribly bright days. You do get your sun shining days. I mean, this is probably as good as it gets as brightness. In the mornings it's dark, even if you sleep in. The day finishes early, and the sunshine's always at a mild level. I remember when I first started this playthrough, the first episode, it was so dark where I was because of the canopy of the trees. But once I started chopping the canopy down, created an area for you, you get the real feeling of it starting to open up, and you can actually see the sunshine starting to break through. And okay, hopefully another 5,500. Okay, how's that going? Yes, up to 28 too. So another 5,000 will take us to 33, I think, maybe 34. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm trying to beat the sunlight. I wasn't. It was deliberate, but constantly feel like I'm fighting light. It's trying to get the best use of the daylight. Okay, so I haven't mentioned it. I sort of lose track of what I've mentioned and what I haven't mentioned. I've also started another farming sim playthrough. It's the Highlands fishing expansion. I was holding off going to do that, but curiosity got the better of me. I started playing it offline for about an hour or so, and then realising how much fun I was having, I said, nah, stuff it, I'm going to turn this into another playthrough. But I didn't turn around and sort of start from the beginning again. I just sort of started recording, turned it into a first episode, so as of now I've got the first episode out there if you're interested. My personal favourite of these style maps is Pioneer style maps. Start from scratch, because you really can develop it exactly where you want it to. Be curious to see if we can empty this silo. Just trying to keep an eye on it too, because it could well just stop all of a sudden, because it's getting to the stage now it might be just about out of range. And although it's reaching the end of the wall, it's also got to take into consideration the angle to where it's facing and the silage on the other side of the pit. So I wouldn't be surprised very soon it just stops and I'm going to have to reposition it. But it won't be a big deal, it'll be pretty easy. Could stop any second now, I'm tipping. So I see it taking it from the back wall, but I don't see it taking it from the front of that pile. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. It's come to a stop now. So I'm going to enter it. Before I move, I'm going to turn the engine off, because I don't want it sucking stuff as I'm moving it. So so I've just turned the belt off. As you see, it's not picking anything up, so I'll turn the belt off. Now, it's got plenty of range, I just got to get the right angle now, so I'm just trying to... It's overkill, but I just want to give myself a bit of room. Sort of turns on a 10-cent coin, or a penny, I think in the States, if they still have pennies. That looks pretty good there, so I can just reverse up to it now. Make sure it goes onto the actual conveyor belt. That probably would be good enough, I reckon. I'll maybe just get back a bit. Still just a bit this side here. I want to include. It's like I'm just, it seems to be cutting it all the time. Yeah, that's sort of the angle. Now I can bring it around a little bit. That might be good enough. I think that's going to be good enough. So you can see now straight away it's continuing. I think that'll be good enough. I'm hoping it is. I wonder how full the trailer's getting. It's about 60%. Yeah, I got the engine running. We'll be going soon. So as long as it's picking it up on here, we'll be right. Oh, I can see both. I can see what's in the silo, and I can see what's going up. So I'm just going to sit back here and just take it easy for a moment. Actually, if I walk over there, I should be able to see. I can see here anyway. 12,000, 11, 10,000, 9,000. I wonder what's going to. Either we're going to. Yeah, trailer's full. That was the choices. Okay. We'll get it all. If it was only like 200 or 300, I'd grab the bucket and take the rest over in a bucket. So how much we got? 23,000. So that's another 5,000 something. So 33,000, nearly 34,000, plus whatever's in the silo. So it's going to be between 34. Slow down, everyone. 34 and 35,000. I'd be pretty happy with that, actually. It seemed underwhelming for the first load because I saw 5,000, but I didn't realise at the time exactly how much was still left to pick up. You know, ultimately you'd get a bigger trailer. You just did a whole lot in one hit. You know, I got a good sized trailer in the other playthrough. I think 56,000 is the storage in the trailer that I use for the Poplar. That's pretty impressive. I'd actually like to go big without going unrealistic. I'd still like to get a bigger trailer, or have the ability to join the trailers together. That would be probably for me the best solution. But unfortunately, the trailers that I'm using don't have. You can't daisy chain them together. Anyway. Here we go. I'll just load it up here. Yep, there we go. So this should take us somewhere around 33,000. And we've still got wool from the sheep to sell. And I haven't looked at the other field yet. I know I got another field. Let's just have a quick look at it now. Where is it? On the corner up here somewhere, I think. Do you believe I can't find it? There it is, 39. Okay, it's not too far away. Let's have a closer look at it. So it's fertilised, there's one stage of fertilise. And I don't think... there's any crop in there. I'm just going to shoot over there and have a quick look. I think it's just a blank field by the look of it. It's got one coat of fertiliser. Is that there? Yeah. It's white because of the lime. Oh, at least it's fully prepped anyway. That's a nice flat look here. Yeah, you could turn that into something that's a nice size, perfect size to set up a nice farm, you know that. It's a pity it's so far south though. Hang on, nobody. I thought I purchased. Oh yeah, I was just on the peripheral. Yeah. Okay. Well, 33,800 is pretty much exactly what I expected. So we got a little bit left. We'll go and get that organised, and that'll be the episode, I reckon. And then I've got to have a think about what I'm going to do next. Got a little bit of money in the kitty. If I'm going to probably not enough to buy another block of land. I'll have a look at what equipment I've got, if I need to get any equipment. Well, can I beat the train? Whoa, that was close. I probably just got a ticket. I tell you what, there's big fines in Australia for doing that stuff. Which way are you going, mate? Use your indicator. I'll happily give way to you, but I've got to know what direction you're going. Mind you, I haven't got indicators either, I guess. And that's a nice looking field right there. How much is that field, I wonder? It's close to home. So what I got to do, I just got to have a quick sticky beak. Oh, that's a big field. I didn't realise it was that big. How much is that worth? That'd be worth a ton. Wow, $1.1 million. But I mean, it's huge. It's huge. I thought it was just half that size. Still, you know, it's just a matter of time before we're making major money. I mean, everyone's got to start somewhere in this game. Actually, I might end it here. I'll empty the silo and I'll leave this the first load for next episode. Next episode, first thing I'll be doing is emptying the silo, and that'll give me a chance to work out what the heck I'm going to be doing. If I'm going to be spending the money, saving the money, give me some idea what to do then. Alright, so let's just stop out and watch this silo end. I don't think I've got to move this. I think this will be fine. It'll be empty before we know it. So we're down to 6,000 litres. 5. Yeah, it'll easily go on board here now. 4,000. This is honestly the best way to clearing these silos. Anyway, almost done. 2,000. 1,000. It's going to be less than 1,000 soon. Alright, we are now under 1,000. And we're empty. Done. Perfect. Right. Come into here. It's turned off automatically. Just wait for this to finish up. Actually, I got a lot more in there than I expected. I didn't expect to get that much more. I thought it was only at like 5,000 or 6,000 litres, but over 10,000. I'm not going to go to the store now. I'm just sort of positioning myself so I know what to do for the next episode. Okay, next episode, empty the trailer and then work out what the heck you're going to do. I'm going to call it here, folks. And apologies for the silent. I think it's silence in the middle because I saw my microphone flashing. I think it was on mute. I'm going to review it, and if it's a huge pause, I might do a bit of a voiceover and add it in the editing. Anyway, going to finish it here, folks. Be good to each other, and I'll catch you next time, eh?